Hey guys, today we are going to talk about the Podocarpus aphid. This aphid is kind of a bluish purplish color and it feeds on Podocarpus plants, and they reproduce very quickly. Super incredible insects really. The way that they reproduce and all of those things is pretty amazing. So anyway, I'm going to flip you around here and show you the aphids on the Podocarpus, what they look like. They prefer the new tender plant growth and things of that nature. So I'm going to flip you around and take a look at this. So this is a Podocarpus hedge along the back of the wall here, and you can see this new growth. There we go, infested with purple aphids. And if I flip this one upside down underneath, you can see the purple aphids underneath there, feeding on this plant. You can also see, if we come over here, some of the black sooty mold. So aphids are piercing sucking insects, and they secrete honeydew from feeding on the plant juices. And the honeydew, which is their waste product, sits on the leaves, and the sooty mold grows on the honeydew. You see that leaf there is very heavily infested with purple aphids. And so basically, the honeydew will grow the mold, the sooty mold. The sooty mold will turn the plant black, and that'll inhibit the plant's ability to photosynthesize and make food for itself. So aphids are pretty incredible, and they are asexual reproducers. In the spring and the summer, when weather is warm and conditions are conducive, they will literally give birth to live adults or live babies, and they will take a few steps and insert their piercing sucking mouth part and start feeding right away. So they're able to reproduce pretty quickly. They do have a lot of predators, so they have to outproduce the predators feeding on them. They do not produce wings unless they have to. If the numbers of aphids get too high on plants and food becomes scarce, they will produce wings. They'll use up the protein and produce wings and fly off to find another host plant. Generally, they like to feed on the same host plant their whole life. So that's kind of the aphid in a nutshell. They're pretty easily controlled. You can use insecticidal soaps and oils depending on the temperature and stuff. You got to be careful with that. Bifenthrin-based insecticides, things like that, will take care of them. You do want to kind of wait until they get to a damage threshold, because convergent lady beetles or things like that, ladybugs, will feed on them. So you don't want to harm the beneficials. So it's something that you should scout and monitor and make treatments only when necessary. But there is a time sometimes when it is necessary. If they start producing a lot of sooty mold and things like that, you need to control them. So that is the purple aphid on the Podocarpus in a nutshell.